KZUC LP Edmond.
Your station, 99.3.
Celebrating 125 years of excellence at UCO.
You play the best music.
You can't get it anywhere else.
UCO's best mix.
New Central Radio.
Good afternoon. Yeah, afternoon's 12 o'clock. Had to think about this. Welcome to the Matt Wallen Show here on 99.3 Youth Central Radio. Ike, how you doing, bud?
I'm lonely.
Lonely? Yeah. Brad. The real deal. You are the real deal. You know why? Because you show up to the show. You don't text me 20 minutes before the show saying, hey, I'm not going to be there today.
Hey, that's my boy. Lay off.
Lay off?
Death, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got other stuff to do, so.
Test, exams. Yeah. I'll give it to him. But, last week, he ditched me to go to a job fair.
Oh, yeah.
And then I asked him how to go. He goes, yeah, it wasn't even any good at all. Okay. So you ditched me to go to a job fair that wasn't any good. Okay. Smart decision. So, I'm sitting in class yesterday, and I'm thinking, we've talked about Cam. It's done. It's over. It happened. We can move on.
Yeah.
Then he found a need to talk some more. And, it wasn't just the, hey, I made a mistake. I'm young. I'm going to learn from it and all that. What I heard were excuses. And, I understand all the scenarios. I understand he's 26 years old. But at the end of the day, I just saw someone who wasn't going to own up to it. And that's my personal opinion. What do you think?
He did make a couple excuses, yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm over it. He's over it. I want to forget about it, but you can't because it was monumental. Like the whole not diving on the ball, walking out of the press conference, everything of that last, bit of the season was just so crazy. I want people to forgive and forget and, give the Broncos their due. Give it up to Cam and the Panthers because they also did have a great season. I'm over it. I'm just at the point where,
We have the sound bites real quick. We'll take a few sound bites. Let's play a little. And this is Cam on being a sore loser. And then let's dig into this because we'll play the clip first, and then you can decide.
Okay.
I've been on record to say I'm a sore loser. Who likes to lose? You show me a good loser, and I'm going to show you a loser. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to it's not a popularity contest. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to win football games.
Okay, what are your thoughts on that?
It's 100% true. Who does like to lose? There's at the end of the day, yeah, he is here to win football games. He's not saying anything wrong. He's not saying anything completely wrong. He's just, people don't want to hear that. People want to hear him be apologetic and be, oh man, I should have dived on the ball. Man, what was I thinking? People want to hear that. But you're not going to hear that from a competitor like him.
My thing is this. You show me a good loser, I show you a loser. He is in the state of North Carolina. There are many people around him. I think about the basketball schools they have there. Duke, yeah. North Carolina.
Some of the best.
Roy Williams, Coach K. How do they handle when they lose? With class. And I understand Cam is a different breed, a different animal and all that. But at the same time, I think the real problem is this, that people have with this thing, is they thought they put Cam on a pedestal. They did. They built him up, and they thought he is something different. We like this. But this is kind of a problem for them. Because even though they liked something, they liked him because he was different, they don't like this side. They want someone that will own up to it. And that's what I look at. And I told you before the show, the thing that kept coming into my mind was Charles Barkley when he came out and said, I am not a role model. Cam is a role model. for a lot of people.
And he still shows it.
He does still show it, but let me just finish my statement. He is a role model for a lot of people, but things like that set wrong with people because you expect him to do the noble thing, but he didn't do it there. And so it catches people a little bit off guard. He's 26 years old. He's allowed to speak his mind. He's allowed to do the things he does. But at the time, it just rubs people the wrong way. And for Cam, he is free to do those things. But he has to be willing to accept the consequence that comes with choosing to do that. That's my personal opinion.
Well, if people are mad about the whole walkout incident, the reason that I kind of understood like where his head was during the time is because I don't know who the Bronco player was behind him, but just like him sitting there, knowing that he just lost the biggest game of his life, knowing that all that hard work he did, like really didn't mean anything because I know for a fact that he wanted the Super Bowl over anything else, over that MVP.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted that Super Bowl. So just knowing that he doesn't have it, knowing that he let so many people down, and you have people right behind you, celebrating,
yeah.
And then the media, how are you feeling? What are you thinking about? Oh yeah, like just going on and on and on. I don't know what was going on with that in that man's brain. You know what I mean? I keep saying I would have walked out and said instead of him saying something that will be detrimental to his legacy. You know, I mean, he is the face of the Carolinas. You know, he's one of the faces of the NFL now. You can't deny that. So I know you should not walk out of a press conference because those media, the people in the media, that they're just doing their jobs, and it's hard. It is hard, but I can't tell you what was going on with his head or his emotions because that's his emotions, and if that's how he felt, he did it. At the end of the day, he did it, and we just have to accept it. And I personally think we just got to move on. I understand that he walked out, but let's just move on. Like, it's okay. He messed up. You know, like, I promise you he probably won't do it again.
Yeah,
I know for
it
a
won't
fact
happen again.
Yeah, it won't happen again. But it happened, and it showed how emotional he was. Like I told you yesterday, if he would have sat up there and gave a quote-unquote good, interview with these guys, would they have said...
I disagree with that, though, because I think that there is a way to show this. Cam could have gone out, and I sat there, and I'm not Cam Newton, but I thought, if I was in those shoes, what would I have said? And I probably would have came out and said this. I would have said, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm hurt. You can see it in my demeanor. You can see it on my face. It's taking everything right now not to cry. I'm hurting. But what I can tell you is this. We got outplayed. I did not perform like I should have. I take responsibility, and he doesn't have to take responsibility. I'm not telling him he should have to take responsibility, but that's just what a leader does.
Yeah.
Is a leader takes responsibility, and he goes, give it up to Denver. They had a great defense, great game plan. At the end of the day, they found a way to win the ball game. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to have to live with this for the rest of the offseason. We're going to have to live with this for the rest of our lives. But what we're going to do is come whenever they go to training camp, we're going to do everything in our power to get back here next year and to lift that trophy.
Host that trophy up, yeah.
And if he would have answered it that way, and then I would have been fine if he would have given that answer and then walked off then. And I understand that Cam is his own person. Cam can say what he wants. That's fine. But there were different ways he could have gone around that response. And it's the heat of the moment. A lot of things are going in, a lot of thoughts running through his head. And let's be honest, he might not make it back to the Super Bowl.
Maybe.
It's a very tough thing to do.
Injuries,
we see it happen.
I'm not hoping anything, but, it could happen. That's
it could happen. Yes, it is what happens. And think about it. Did anyone think that San Francisco and Baltimore,
they
haven't even really come close since then?
Yeah. So, I don't know. He could have. I would have loved for him to say that. That did sound really well and very professional, but he did it. and he walked out, and people just have.
He's not perfect.
He's not, and he said that.
I know. We have the soundbite. We'll play the soundbite right now on "He's Not Perfect."
I had a lot of time to go back and play everything back. And like I say, I'm human. I've never once said that I was perfect. I never proclaimed that I was perfect. But at the end of the day, people pick and they do things of that sort.
Okay, does that give you some closure at all?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit. I mean, he's not perfect. He is human. He messed up. He understands that he messed up, but when people tell him to apologize, I don't think as a competitor, as a man like him, he's not gonna sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." I don't know.
My thing is, and we don't have a soundbite for it. He made the comment. They asked him about the fumble, and him talking about. He did say that it was the way his leg was, I guess, why he didn't fall on it.
Yeah.
And which, if you take that, if you infer, basically, you did not want to get injured. And, that can set wrong with a lot of people. But the comment that was made, that he makes in it, and I wish we had the soundbite for it, wasn't able to get it. But basically, that fumble did not cost us the game. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about this nice and hard.
Kind of did.
Wasn't the score 16-10?
Yeah, they were down by 6 points. He would have recovered that fumble. I think it would have been fourth.
I'm not sure what the down is. We'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
Maybe you could look it up for us real quick on exactly, and we'd get it after the break. But it's just one of those things about not owning up to it. Right then and there. I don't know. I don't even know if he gets the fumble, if he recovers it. But just the effort. And I think that's what bothers Carolina fans more than the comments afterwards. They're going to stand behind their player. Cam is their guy. Face of the franchise, you said the face of the NFL. Carolina, when I think Carolina, I think Cam Newton. I think it bothers them that he didn't go for the fumble. If this was during the regular season, I'd say don't try to hurt yourself. But it's the postseason. It's the Super Bowl.
It is. It is the grand stage of them all.
It is.
I am going for that ball. I'm doing that in regular games, too. I mean, when I played basketball in high school, any ball that was on the ground, this is basketball.
Yeah,
this is basketball. So the court is hard. I know I can get.
Give up your body.
Oh yeah, you just gotta hustle, man. Especially in a stage like that. Oh man.
I don't want to say it was prima donna-ish, but does it? Is it not giving up your body in that scenario? I mean, let's be honest. Let's call it like it is.
Yeah,
it is, and. I hate to say it, but it is. Because he's done a lot of good things, but it will be something that haunts him. We'll take a quick break, then we'll come back. It's 12:13. You're listening to the Matt Wallen Show on 99.3 U Central Radio. If it's not one thing, it's another. I'm forgetting push buttons left and right, but welcome back to the show. It is 12:17, and you looked up the stuff for us on Cam Newton. What would it have been?
It would have been fourth down if he would have dove on the ball and ultimately got the ball. Not saying that.
So this is hypothetical, and a lot of things have to go your way. But if Cam said it did not cost them the game, and we sat there and we kind of disagreed. Like it's only at 6 points, like a touchdown gives you the lead.
Yeah. Touchdown and field goal.
Do that again. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah, but say he gets the ball back.
Yeah, it would have been fourth down. It would have been fourth and probably 12 or so. I mean, the ball kind of.
How much time's left?
A little bit. 4:04. 4:04 in the fourth quarter.
How many timeouts?
They had all three timeouts though. They had all three.
Basically, they could have punted the ball away.
Yeah.
And you would imagine Denver's going to run it 3 times.
Yeah.
Probably.
At
least 2.
They could,
yeah. Probably at least 2. Might throw on 3rd and long.
Yeah.
You hope if you're Carolina because Peyton might throw another pick.
Yeah, that would have been big.
But anyway, so you.
It's just a whole scenario. This is
a lot would have to happen, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Because that resulted in a touchdown.
Yeah. Yep.
Anderson, right? Yeah, Anderson. C.J. Anderson.
I mean, even if they would have not, I mean, they could have punted it away.
Yeah.
You know, like, but they didn't. They lost. Like I told you earlier, what if the Seahawks would have gave it to Marshawn?
And look at Marshawn now, retired. I'm telling you, what would have been the greatest thing
Speaking of what
if he would have told them and not have told anyone else? Like, everyone still thinks Marshawn's coming around, but training camp comes around and Marshawn's nowhere around, and the Seahawks just go, well, he retired. I'm sure there's some paperwork you have to fill out and all that, but just like, he retired. Like, that was back in February.
Speaking of what ifs, before the game, I didn't technically watch it. I just kind of glanced at it and I was like, what in the world? They had, I don't know if it was a documentary or like a mockumentary. I don't know what it was, but it was the Buffalo Bills winning a four-peat.
Winning a four-peat?
Yeah.
So they won 4 straight.
I guess what they did was it was like a big what if.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, well, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, no, Buffalo didn't win 4. They lost 4, didn't they? And I was like, yeah, they lost 4.
Let's think about it. Because, you know, that ESPN did a great 30 for 30 on that. Would the Bills be the Bills? Would Buffalo be Buffalo if they would have won one of those? Just one.
Ooh.
Buffalo, in my mind, is not Buffalo if they can win just one.
Yeah.
That's how big the Super Bowl could change everything.
Yeah. But I mean, think about this. If they had won all 4, oh my goodness, that would be the
greatest dynasty.
Yeah.
In all sports.
No one would talk about anything. Like, you know,
I don't think a sports franchise has never won 4 straight in anything. Any major sports franchise.
Oh yeah. Boston Celtics.
Oh yeah. Good call.
Yeah.
In the 60s?
Yeah.
With Russell?
Yeah.
My bad. You're over here giving me the mean mug. My bad.
So, and then, you know, in college, John Wooden.
Yeah, well.
UCLA, and then
Wooden. That cat's a different breed too.
Yeah, I'm learning about him. He's pretty cool. But, you know, back to NFL.
About his pyramid?
Yeah, I had to.
You're in fundamentals to coach basketball, right? So. Good class. Coach Davis, man.
But, yeah, back to football. All the scenarios of what if, and, you know, he didn't. He conducted not the most professional post-game interview. It's all over. Let's move on.
I'm glad you said that. Now let's
moving on.
Let's move on to the sheriff. He won.
Oh.
He won. He got his storybook ending. But wait, what happens if this isn't the end?
It should be.
It needs to be. But let's go on and say it's not, because, to be honest, he hasn't said he's retiring. And Denver is not putting a deadline on when he has to decide. But would you not agree that this is his last game in Denver?
Yeah.
I mean, he's guaranteed too much money.
Yeah.
Osweiler's going to be free agent. They're going to want to re-sign him.
They're going to want to re-sign Osweiler. He's a good young talent for them.
So at the end of the day, if Payne decides to come back, I see 2 possibilities.
What are those?
Because Payne's going to want to win. Payne's not coming back to go to a subpar team. He's not coming back to play for Cleveland, in other words. Peyton Manning is going nowhere near Cleveland, Ohio, unless it's for an endorsement deal.
Ooh.
And I don't know what could be up there for him.
I don't know.
Hot in Cleveland? I mean, he is an actor. Maybe he wants to go for a show. I don't think they shoot it there, but I'm just saying. Or that's even on.
Where's he going, though? Is he going to L.A.?
L.A.? Could you not imagine? I think L.A. would be his place. Because if you think about it, Payne likes to think of himself as a little bit of star man.
He is star man.
I know, but like movie screen star.
Oh, well, I mean, it's funny on SNL, but I don't know about movies.
I don't know about movies.
He was funny.
He's going
SNL.
to L.A. He's thinking, man, I'm going to Hollywood. I'm going to live it up.
I'm going to play probably half of a season.
Yeah. Wonder if he's like,
just retire.
If he's like, guys, week 11, give me a call. If y'all are in the hunt, week 11, give me a call.
I'll be there to back you guys up to win another Super Bowl. How about that?
Yeah. Or the other one, Houston.
Houston.
Think about this, though. If he went to Houston, him and J.J. Watt would be together. Who are the two main people on commercials?
I mean, I don't think that has anything to do.
I'm just saying, all the commercials could be in Houston.
Yeah.
They could pair them together.
I mean, they're in Papa
John's, they'd be together.
But it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
He better retire.
He better retire.
Better retire and then just live off your empire, man.
Live off your empire?
Get your son ready, you know? Because I bet
your
you,
son
hey,
ready.
I bet you he will be one step.
Passing on the genes.
Yeah, he's a Manning. That's what they do.
The first football family.
Yeah.
Okay, so we like to think hypothetically, though. He comes back. It's free agency. If you're Houston, because I saw this on Bleacher Report today, that a free agent who the Texans could get, and the one they came up with was Sam Bradford.
Sam Bradford, and so I would take Sam.
So you would take Sam over Peyton?
Yeah, just because of literally Peyton should be done.
Peyton, okay, so say Peyton does come back. It absolutely has to be the last season, correct? Although we said this with Brett Favre.
Just don't do a Brett Favre. That's what I mean. Like, I'm not picking Peyton because also Peyton isn't that great anymore. You know
He's
what
not.
I mean?
He really isn't.
Like, his legacy is what people want.
And I'm not trying to be a homer here, but what could Sam do at Houston?
Oh, man.
Got a good receiver.
Yeah.
Got Hopkins. Got a pretty good defense. Bill O'Brien. Gonna have a pretty good draft pick too.
Yeah. So I'm starting, and he's still young. You know, he's not. You know, I don't know. He's kind of injury prone in a sense, but I'm not taking somebody who is literally not out of their prime, but out of their career.
True statement.
You know, like,
he is past the prime. Career's over. Get the man a walker and get him out.
I'm taking Avery Bradley before I take Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. So
okay, before we go back or go to break, we saw this on ESPN just sent out that the Lakers reached out to the Cavaliers in 2007 about a potential Kobe Bryant for LeBron James trade. That is mind-blowing right there.
So what you're saying was the Lakers were going
The Lakers contacted Cleveland.
Yes.
About trading Kobe Bryant to
for LeBron.
To receive LeBron James.
In 07.
In 07.
Now, this is before the two-peat that the Lakers won against the Celtics in Orlando.
My question for you, and they went 3 straight.
Yes.
They went to 3 straight.
Yeah,
they lost the Celtics the first time.
They lost to the Celtics in 08.
And if they don't blow a 20-point lead to the Celtics, because although I think
then again, you had a young LeBron who was really good. I mean, really good. He wasn't, like I said, in Miami, I feel like that's when LeBron was at his peak. I feel like that's when he was at his most dominant physically and
would you make the move,
mentally.
Though? Would you, if you're Cleveland, do you pull the trigger?
Man, no, I'm not.
Okay, I agree, but
no, I'm
why?
Not. 'Cause Kobe still had a little bit in him. Kobe, I don't know.
Here's my thing, and I'd have to look at the Cleveland roster in 2007. I don't think the Cavs had the pieces.
No, the Cavs never had that. That's the reason.
But LeBron was enough of a piece.
Yeah, that's the reason that he ultimately left. They
did not have enough pieces.
He carried that one Cavaliers team to the championship. They got swept by the Spurs. He carried them he never had any pieces. That's why he wanted to leave to go get a championship because he knew he wasn't going to win in Cleveland. So I'm not doing the trade if I was the Lakers.
I agree. I wouldn't do it at all.
Oh, I mean, but they still could have won.
It's just
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking.
Position?
I understand where Cleveland is coming.
Who takes
from,
the shooting guard spot though? If that trade does happen, because think about it.
I'm pretty sure Shannon Brown was the shooting guard at the time.
Because think about it, because he would basically be taking World Pieces spot, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
I just think he was Ron Artest at the time, but basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Because, think about that lineup. Fisher running the point. Who'd you say the shooting guard would be?
It would have to have been Shannon Brown.
Shannon Brown.
Yeah.
Then we would have had LeBron. Powell.
I mean, the central.
And then you would have had
championship teams right there.
And then Bynum.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like the Lakers, I feel like they would have still won. They would have still won. They might have won a three-peat, but they would have still won.
I'm just saying.
It's in the sense of the Cavs. I still don't think the Cavs would have. I personally don't think the Cavs would have made it.
Do you think though?
Conference championships.
Do you think though the Lakers would still be the Lakers?
Ooh, would the Lakers still be the Lakers?
I think they would.
That would change.
Because he never goes to Miami.
Yeah, that would alter the whole Miami, dominance.
My mind is blown now.
Man, that would have been a trade.
Terrible move for Cleveland, but LA. This would be one of those ones where Stern has to stop it and go, no.
Yeah, I don't know. That would have altered the league.
Big time. Okay, we got to take a break because we're already at the half hour right now. But coming up after the break, we'll talk Thunder's Pelicans preview tomorrow night. Also, NBA All-Star Weekend.
Ooh, I'm ready for that.
You are? It's going to be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Also, you're going to talk about what the Vista's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
And what's your favorite segment?
What's going on?
Ooh, listen to those beautiful vocals by the real deal, Ike Wilcox. It's 12:30. You're listening to the Matt Wallen Show on 99.3 U Central Radio. And welcome back to the show. It's 12:34, and Ike and I, man, our minds are still blown about talking about that, and we don't want to give away what we're going to talk about because I think we know what we're going to discuss on Monday.
Yeah.
Because Brad's going to be here. We sat here and we said we could talk about this for a full show because literally, Ike, would that not have changed the NBA?
Alter the NBA. No dynasty for Miami.
You wanted to cry for
Dwayne. Yeah.
Dwayne, yeah. Man. Well, we'll bring that up on Monday. That's going to be really fun to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Because Phil could still be coaching. Now, Thunder versus Pelicans.
Tomorrow night. It's home game.
Home game. What are you thinking? Thunder obviously will win, right?
Yeah, we should win. Just,
It'll put them at what, 40-13?
It would put them at, 40-14. So,
yeah.
Yep. The Pelicans this year, kind of my, disappointing.
They're depressing.
Organization.
Because they went and got Alvin Gentry, didn't they?
Yeah.
From Golden State.
Yeah.
And it just has not worked out.
It hasn't, but there's a little sparks at times, and then there's like, wow, Anthony, come on, brother, because I was rooting for him to be, take that position as one of the NBA best. I mean, he's still a stud, but this team this year is kind of just, I don't know. If
I feel like this is
the pieces or what.
I feel like this is LeBron James' first stint in Cleveland. There's not enough pieces for him.
Yeah. I don't know.
And Anthony's not enough.
I like Ryan.
He doesn't
Anderson.
touch the ball enough. Like, at least, think about it. James at times is the point forward. He can't be the point center. Can't touch the ball every single play and be the outcome. He needs some help around him. Don't get me wrong.
I personally don't.
The guy's an animal.
I personally don't like Norris Cole, so that's just me. That's just another conversation, another day. So
okay,
whatever. But yeah, Thunder playing the Pelicans tomorrow on TNT.
Is there anything they can do? Because I know this sounds weird. We're saying it 40-13, but they're not living up to expectations.
Who is that? Thunder.
The Thunder. Maybe it's because the expectations are set so high by Golden State and San Antonio.
I mean, we don't need to be looking at San Antonio. We need to look at what helps us as a team. I mean, I was watching the Phoenix game the other night.
But let's be honest. We don't play defense.
Yeah, that's our whole. We don't play tough. Did you watch the Phoenix game? I was just
no, because OU Texas was on.
Well, yeah,
and I was there.
Yeah.
So
oh, were you?
I was watching Buddy do nothing all game, and then at the end of the game, clutch.
I mean, that's
let's not
exact same thing with
all
Kevin.
Day about that.
It was the exact same thing with Kevin. Really, he wasn't really on in the first half, but boy, at the end of the game, I was like, man, I'm witnessing, one of the greatest scorers in history now. That's
Kevin?
the Kevin. That's the Kevin that I depend on. But
does it bother you that it took that effort, them late into the fourth quarter? This is Phoenix. This isn't Phoenix for a couple of years ago either.
Markeith, those guys were playing us hard, though. Like, that last night, or the other night, was just a very competitive game. They were like, you know what, we probably can't beat these guys, but dang it, we're going to be very physical. I mean, you saw the little scuffle with Serge and Markeith, and they were really...
They're 14 and 39, though.
I know, dude. I know.
And you gave up 106 points.
That's what I'm saying. They were 7 straight losses going into that game. They were probably ready to beat a big dog competitor like the Thunder. You never know. But they competed, and I have to give a round of applause to Phoenix because they did compete with us throughout the game until, Kevin decided, hey, you remember me? I'm the league MVP.
I was once the MVP.
Yeah, I'm pretty good, and I'm about to shoot the lights out. So
okay, let me throw this out to you then. Do you ever think at some points that they're just going through the motions? Like, let's just get to the playoffs, we'll stay healthy, and then we'll really turn it on. The problem with that, in my mind, if you agree with that statement, is Golden State is going to have home court advantage, and it's going to be over.
I mean, I think they prepared for it. If they want to play like that, I mean, because obviously we have a playoff spot, not like last year where we had to kind of struggle a little bit just because of the injuries and stuff. But obviously we have a playoff spot, a high playoff spot.
You're going to be the 3 seed.
So, I mean, if they are willing to accept that they will not have home court advantage over, powerhouses like that.
Mm-hmm. But you'd only be at home for the first round.
So, I don't know.
Okay, let's move on to the All-Star Weekend. I know you're looking forward to that.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Nah, it's not.
No, it's not.
But it's cool.
There's going to be no defense played Sunday night. Okay.
That's not what the All-Star game
until the fourth quarter
is not really what I'm excited about. It's All-Star Weekend. It's like Christmas.
So I don't agree with that, but okay.
It's fun. I love the spirit of it. I've always just wanted to go. Like when they had it in Dallas years back, man, I wanted to just go down there, and I don't have to go to the games. I just want to be around all the celebrities and the former players.
You want to bump shoulders with former players and celebrities. I see how it is.
Man, it just seems like a fun atmosphere. I feel like the NBA knows how to do an All-Star.
What would you do?
All-Star Weekend.
What would you do and remember, we're on the radio, so it has to be appropriate. What would you do, though, if I could get you into the NBA Celebrity All-Star Game?
That would be awesome. I would dominate.
You would dominate?
Yeah, I would dominate.
What would you give for it, though? Would you give everything up, or what would you give up?
I'm not giving up anything.
Not giving up anything?
I'll be like, I'll give you a gift card or something.
Gift card, okay.
If I ever am in the Celebrity All-Star Game, I would dominate.
You would dominate?
Me? Yes, I would dominate.
Stan Ferguson would come out.
Oh my goodness, man, I would dominate. I'm training for that. If I know prior that I'm going to be in this All-Star Game, I'm running every morning. You know what I mean? Like, I'm getting back in. I don't even need to lift weights because I have a shot that is, best.
Deadly.
Yeah.
Okay.
The greatest shot west of the Mississippi. So I'm ready for that. But let's talk about the All-Star Weekend. Let's talk. So we have Thursday.
Thursday night's the last night of games. The Thunder are playing once again.
Yeah, on TNT.
On TNT at 8 p.m.
And then Fridays, when the stuff starts, you have the celebrity game.
Media days that morning at 11:30.
In the morning you have
Hall of Fame
announcements and the media day. But 7 p.m. the celebrity game is on ESPN, I believe. I don't know.
Yes, it's on ESPN.
This year, the coaches are Kevin Hart and Drake, and I guess they're going to be coaching against each other. But the cool thing about it is Drake's assistant coach is Jose Bautista from Toronto and Steve Nash. That is awesome. I'm so ready for that.
Who are you taking to win that game? Celebrity All-Star Game. Do we have the line on that?
I mean, let's see. Drake has Drake has Tracy McGrady and Rick Fox on his team. So those are some great old school players. But Hart has Chauncey Billups and Muggsy Bogues. If you remember Muggsy Bogues, the little guy, Space Jam and all that stuff. So yeah, he has those guys on his team. Plus like celebrities like Nick Cannon is on Hart's team and Jason Sudeikis. But I'm excited though. I'm excited. I think I'm going to give it up to. I'm going to have Drake's team win. I'm digging Tracy McGrady right now. Like, we're back in his territory. You know what I mean? That'd been awesome if him and Vince could have played on Drake's team. But I'm going with that. That Drake's team is going to win in the Celebrity All Star game, and the MVP will be Tracy. That's who can the former players? Because I've never seen a former player really win it. Because Kevin Hart usually wins it, and it's just because he's funny. It'll be maybe a celebrity. Yeah. So I don't know.
I'm trying to think who's won it before.
That's what I'm saying. Kevin Hart usually.
T.O. won it.
Did T.O. win it?
Yeah, T.O.'s been at it before.
Okay, so I don't know. Yeah. I'm hoping that Tracy will win it. So. But that's Friday night. Also Friday night is the Rising Star Challenge, and that's something that I really wanted to see.
What is that?
The Rising Star Challenge is just a game against. Right now they split them up. It's the world team versus the U.S. team of just like young players like Karl Anthony Towns, Marcus Smart, D'Angelo Russell. Those are some of the U.S. team players. Andrew Wiggins was added to the world team, so that gives them a little bit of boost. Andrew Wiggins is a stud from Minnesota.
He's from Canada, though, isn't he?
No, I'm talking about that plays from Minnesota.
I know, but
he is from.
Because you said he's on the world team.
Yeah, he's on the world team. Yeah, because he plays for Canada. Yes, and Porzingis is actually on the world team too. The next
could be a good game.
Yeah, it could be a good game, but I'm going for Team USA. I'm sorry, I'm liking the whole Karl Anthony Towns playing with Jahlil Okafor. I like Alfred Payton. I love Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart's playing with the U.S. team, so I'm giving them the advantage of that game. So that should be a good one.
Okay, now let's move to Saturday. Saturday night's my night.
Yeah.
This is the night I like.
Yeah, buddy.
It's not what it used to be, but at the same time, it's pretty good. Okay, let's start off with, and once again, we these times that we're giving to you, they're actually Eastern Standard, so we should change them real quick. The NBA State Farm All-Star Saturday night starts at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
7 p.m. Let's go ahead. Let's see. First one.
Taco Bell Skills Challenge. That's something that
they got some big men in it.
Yeah, they have a lot of big men in it. I don't think I personally think the winner of this one would be I want to say C.J. McCollum.
I do too.
I love him right now with Portland. He was my prediction of best player. What am I trying to say? I don't know. But Isaiah Thomas is going to win that.
You got Isaiah. I'm going to go.
I got Isaiah.
I got a
I'll
dark
tell you
horse. Dark horse in this.
Everybody. What's that?
Jordan Clarkson.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that. But Patrick Beverley is returning as the defending champion from last year. You have DeMarcus Cousins, Boogie, Draymond Green, Anthony Davis, C.J. McCollum, Karl Anthony Towns, Isaiah Thomas, and Jordan Clarkson. So you're saying Jordan Clarkson will win this challenge.
That's my dark horse for it.
Okay.
McCollum's who I'm taking, but I could see Clarkson winning.
Okay. I got Isaiah. So, I'm pretty excited. But this is just, they put him in a skills challenge, passing, shooting, and all that stuff. So
now let's move on, because usually, everyone's favorite event used to be the dunk competition.
Oh, yeah, but it's not
But
anymore.
I think the 3-point competition is going to be the best ever.
Yeah.
Best ever.
This year's.
This lineup. Yes.
Oh, this lineup
Are you
compared
kidding
to
me?
last year? Compared to last year, because you remember last year's lineup was really good. And everybody was like, oh, he can win. And obviously Steph wins.
Let's go.
So
let's go through this.
Defending champion Steph Curry. James Harden is in it. Klay Thompson, Chris Middleton, Kyle Lowry. Toronto. He has to be in there. JJ Redick. That's a good one. That I believe.
JJ's leading the league in 3.
Yeah.
Percentage, right? I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to look
it up.
Chris Bosh and Devin Booker. Now, Devin Booker's my boy. That's who I wanted the Thunder to draft from Kentucky. And
he went the guy before. To Phoenix.
So that's my boy, and I want him to win, but I have to be a realist about it. Steph Curry's gonna win. Steph Curry's
Steph's
going to
gonna
win,
win
and
it?
if anybody challenges him, I mean, maybe JJ, maybe Clay, but Steph will win. Steph will win. So
3-point does go to JJ.
oh, you picking JJ?
No, I'm looking it up. The stat.
Oh, okay.
The stat does go. Who am I taking?
Yeah, who you taking?
Steph repeats.
Yeah. Womp womp. You know,
Yeah.
it'll be entertaining because
You
I'm
want
ready to
JJ? Would you say JJ is the dark horse?
No, I'm saying Devin Booker's the dark horse.
Devin Booker's the dark horse.
Yeah,
And then
that's
who
just
do you have
me.
winning?
I don't care. Steph.
Steph.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just me. If you
My dark horse, and it's not really a dark horse, but if it's not Steph, I'm saying Clay.
are you?
The other splash. He can get hot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Slam dunk competition.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it because I'm ready to see what Zach LaVine. I mean, he's not a good player unless he plays the Thunder. Unless he plays the Thunder, then he wants to play
There are
all.
four people participating in this.
Yeah.
It's not what it used to be.
No, but to be honest with you, I don't know what how they're going to do it this year. If they're going to just do it regular, or they're going to try to make something up like they have done in the previous years. I don't know what they're doing, but I'm ready to see Zach LaVine. Aaron Gordon should be good too. Will Barton is still is in it, and Andre Drummond. Now, here's my thing about Andre. I mean, it's a dunk competition. There have been big men who has been in dunk competitions, but
Dwight Howard.
But I don't know about Andre. Can he don't just go up and do a tomahawk slam? I don't know. Does he have some tricks up his sleeve for a big man like that?
I think he has to. His camp will get him ready.
Yeah.
We sound like he's running for office. His camp, but he'll be ready to go.
I'm picking Zach again. I'm sorry. I know there's.
I see it too, Zach.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm ready to see what he has, man. Last year I was like, oh, he has it. He has what it takes to be in the slam dunk competition.
Literally, I think that's the one reason he is in the NBA. Besides
playing well against the
Thunder, yeah. Well, because they don't play defense.
Get out of here with that, man.
Speaking of that, on Wednesday, we will break down all the trade, because its trade deadline is Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what this show's going to be dedicated to.
Okay.
Trades.
All right.
Can't wait to talk about that.
Well, okay. Well, we'll do that. But back on the All-Star weekend, it all closes out Sunday. Valentine's Day.
I'm over the game. I'm going. I have Valentine's Day plans.
Well, you know what? What
about you? You going to sit around and watch the game?
I'm going to watch the true love of my lives. Kevin Durant and Russell dominate.
Okay.
The East is going to win.
I'm going to dinner.
But no, I don't know.
What time's the game at?
I want to say the East is going to win, but it all depends.
West wins.
It all depends. I feel like it all depends on the West's bench. Like, if the West win, Draymond's going to be MVP. I feel like he will be the center point of that game going in. It'll be a good game and everything, but I don't know.
Let me tell you how much I dislike the All-Star game.
What's going on?
I made my dinner plans for Valentine's Day during the All-Star game. I didn't realize that then, but I just now looked at the time, but I'm saying there, it does nothing for me. It doesn't. Yay, the fourth quarter, you play defense. But besides that, it's an all-star game. It's good for the fans. There is no defense.
Yeah.
It's like watching the Thunder play. I watched that 82 games. I'm going to get even more in the playoffs.
So I just changed my mind. I'm actually going to have the West win.
West wins.
Okay, yeah. And I'm going to say this is my
The
prediction.
East, you have LeBron.
The West will win 173 to 172. And the MVP will be, I think it should be Draymond, but it'll probably be Draymond and Kobe Bryant. They'll do a co-championship. That's my prediction now.
How many points do you think Kobe has?
You think he'll try to set the record? I don't know.
What's the record?
Oh, I don't know the record.
No, but I'm saying, I don't know how much Kobe's going to play, man. I mean,
I feel like this is the game where Kobe will play a lot.
A lot. Okay.
Yeah, I feel like Kobe will play a lot. This is the last one. It's the All-Star game. I don't think, and I think at his caliber and at his competitiveness, he'll be at the end of the game too. It'll be like a Magic Johnson type ending with him. So But yeah, that's who I'm going for. So that's the All-Star Weekend this year. I'm pretty excited for it.
Well, we'll take a quick break, then we'll be back. The show's almost over. You're listening to the Matt Wallen Show on 99.3 U Central Radio. And we're back. It's 12:56. You're listening to the Matt Wallen Show on 99.3 U Central Radio. Well, we're going to wrap it up real quick, but we got what's going on.
What's going on? I'm gonna give you a brief what's going on right quick because we're running out of a little time.
And then we also got some Broncos sports.
Oh yeah.
And what's going on in the Vista? But Ike, what's going on?
What's going on right now? Chad Ochocinco has a urine theory. It's weird, right?
Oh no.
He said one year one of his, I believe it said his ankle. He had a sprained ankle, and he used one of his teammates' urine, warmed it up, and dipped his foot in there, and he said it worked. So,
it's crazy. I've heard of that though to cure athlete's foot.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. So, number 2, Greg Olson cuts his beard. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
That
and
was,
all the different photos he took with it. That's good.
I thought that was pretty cool. So I was like looking at his face, and he should have kept. He had a goatee, and it was awesome. Long. It was awesome. I liked it. Number 3, Kentucky fan falls while cheering. He was carrying a girl down the aisle, and he falls on live TV. If you haven't seen the video, please look it up. Oh my goodness, it is hilarious, but it also is like scary in a sense because he was dancing with her. They were dancing at a Kentucky basketball game.
Was it just a fan or like a cheerleader?
Fan. It was a fan.
Okay.
It was a fan and a young girl. He picks up the young girl, walks down the aisle while still celebrating, and completely tumbles down the aisle. One of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. The last one for today was Kevin Hart versus Draymond Green in a 3-point competition. I guess they were throwing shades back and forth on Twitter and stuff like that. So look out this weekend for video of a 3-point competition between actor, comedian Kevin Hart.
Kevin. I don't know why, but for some reason,
Draymond's going to dominate Kevin.
I'm going to take Kevin. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I did see one. I don't know if you saw this. Not to get into your segment, but
you can always
Booker. What the Suns did to him.
Oh, yeah. This good old Hazen, I guess.
Hazen, yeah. They might want to focus on winning.
Yeah, they really should, right?
But,
yeah, that's what's going on this week. So,
but what they do to Booker real quick? They put
paper in his air vents or something?
No, it was
started his car.
Packed peanuts.
Packed peanuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Packing peanuts. Okay, yeah.
It did that. Yeah. That's something. Let's see. That was what's going on. Now, what's going on in the Vista? You were talking about this.
Vista's coming out soon. You guys should check it out. I have an article in there talking about CTE, the new brain disease that most.
It's not new, though.
It's not new, but it's being brought to life, like in the light. Recently, I have a little article on what exactly it is, how people can get it, and everything. So you guys should really check out the Vista.
And also, moving on to that, it's a good sports weekend.
Yeah,
here on campus.
Oh yeah, here on campus is a great sports weekend.
We started off baseball team.
Yeah, but they won 9-7.
Not won 9-7.
Yeah, against Swansea.
Swansea softball team. They've only lost. They're like 6-1, I think.
Yeah.
They're pretty good, and then basketball this week in Hamilton should be rocking.
Yeah, this tomorrow night at Hamilton.
Northwest Missouri comes in 5:30. The men will play at
7:30.
7:30.
So
7:30, and then on Saturday, number 8 ranked Missouri Western, the women will play at 1:30, and so the men will play at 3:30. Mm-hmm. That should be a good weekend of basketball.
Yeah, let's go out and support our Broncos.
Broncos aren't bad. Women are 15-7.
No. So shout out to Coach Davis and shout out.
Maybe she'll give you an A.
Hopefully she'll give me an A. She likes me.
She gave me an A.
Did she?
Yeah, she likes me though. I actually did my work.
Oh, did you?
Monday, Brad will be back.
Hopefully.
Don't ditch us, Brad. But anyway, that should be good. We're gonna be talking a lot about what we talked about, the dream.
Oh, the dream trade.
The dream trade. Yeah. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at @the_MW_show. Go to the blog to catch up on anything. Actually, the only thing we really put on the blog is the show.
Yeah.
The show's a good place. Because if you missed the show, we understand, but you can go to the blog and listen to it. We're also, the name has been bought. We're working on building themattwallenshow.com right now. It's going to be built. .com. a .com domain. Look at us. We are fancy, folks.
Big timers.
Big times. Well, be sure to tune in Monday. Also, if you want to write to the show, it is themattwallenshow@gmail.com. We'll answer your questions on air. If you write into us, we want to know what you want to talk about.
We want to talk to you, the fans.
I will talk to you.
I'll talk to you. I love you guys.
Okay. Well, this has been the Matt Wallen Show on 99.3 U Central Radio.
KZUC LP Edmond.
Your station, 99.3.
Celebrating 125 years of excellence at UCO.
We play the best music.
UCO's best mix.
U Central Radio.